Okay guys, so I'm doing a video tutorial for the last assignment that is due. It has to do with that is due on Canvas. It has to do with the car purchase survey. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the spreadsheet. Okay, so basically here is the assignment. Okay, first and foremost, you need to type out everything that you have here in the exact same cells as you have here. Remember that when you're typing the extended warranty, you see how they're on top of each other? So you would type extended, then hold the Alt key and press Enter. So it can double up in that one cell, okay? If it does, like total price, you don't need to do that. Down payment, you're gonna type in down, Alt, Enter, and then payment. Finance, Alt, Enter, price. Interest, that's fine. On the other one, monthly, Alt, Enter. Payments, Alt, Enter. If 4 years, if 4 year, Alt, Enter, financing. And the same thing for the last one here, okay? So for our first instruction, you'll see here it says the worksheet title is centered across A4 through J4, okay? So here, I've already typed some of this out here. Some of the numbers that you see down here are already calculations that I've already done. I got ahead, but I am going to go over those, okay? So first and foremost, we need to select across here. All I'm doing is clicking here, A4, and dragging across, holding the mouse button down all the way to J4. And then, of course, we've been doing this for the previous 2 or 3 assignments, center across, or merge and center, okay? I typed these out here, just the way I told you guys I did on the previous notes, and then I typed out the cars here and then the prices, okay? Let me go back to the instruction here real quick, and I'm going to paste the instruction right here next to the actual assignment that I'm creating here, okay? So we did the first part here. Don't worry about this little car. We'll put the car at a later time, okay? So the first one, it just tells you to go back to your book here to read the order of operation and arithmetic operations, and I did go over that in the previous assignments with you guys as well. Okay, so the first thing is going to show us here, it's not really going to give us exactly what we need to do as far as how to get the formulas, the calculations, guys. So we got to think a little bit ourselves, okay? It's not like the book where it actually gave us the whole thing. So the first column that we're going to use, or we're going to do, is the tax title and license. Compute the tax title and license for the Honda Civic in cell C8. Tax title is 9.2% of the vehicle price, okay? And it says the same calculation applies to the remainder of the vehicles. So 9.2% of the vehicle price. So if I go here, the tax title and license column, I'm going to go into my first, it's called C8. And in here, the price for the car is 19,475, okay? And hello. And we are multiplying times 9.2%. Okay, guys, sorry for that interruption. I had a student come in for tutoring on the previous assignment during 5th block. So, so basically, I went over this formula. It was the price times 9.2%. So it equals B8 times 9.2%. Hit enter, and we get our tax title and license there, okay? Now I'm going to go back over here, extended warranty. Extended warranty is 3% of the sum of total price plus tax title and license. So it's 3% of the sum. So we need to do this first, the sum, the total vehicle price and the tax title and license. So I'm going to go over here. If you notice my function, it has B8 plus C8 in parentheses because it needs to do that first. It needs to have, it needs to add up that whole price together before we can type in the 3% for the extended warranty, okay? If I didn't have the parentheses, look at what would happen. It would have been done tax title and license times 3% first, and then it would have added the B8, which was the price, which would have given us a totally wrong answer, okay? enter. That's why the parentheses are important. There's our answer there. For total price, total price. Total price is the sum of the price, tax title and license, and extended warranty. Compute the total price for the Honda Civic, okay? So here, all we're doing, I'm using the sum function because it wants me to add all these three together. That's all it's telling us, add them together. This is the total price, the price of the vehicle, the tax title and license, and how much for the extended warranty. That is all added together. We could have also, I used the sum function because we've been doing sum. So you click on the E here. Let me go back in here. You can click on here, sum, and then just select these three to the left of it, hit enter, and you should have your price. This is the total price of the car, $21,904.70, okay? Now the next part is the down payment. Down payment is 3% of the total price of the car, okay? So I'm gonna go here. The total price is right here, so it's gonna be E8, because that's the total of the price, times 3%, okay? So enter. That is your down payment. That's what you need to come in to buy the car. You need to bring $657.14 for your down payment, okay? Now, finance price. Finance price, after removing the down payment from the total price, the remainder of the vehicle cost will be financed, okay? So here, I have the total price of the car and then the down payment. The down payment, you're gonna come and give it to them cash or in a check. So you're gonna pay that part off. The rest of it is what the bank is gonna lend you to pay for your car, and then you're gonna pay the bank every month, okay? So here it is, E8 minus, so this is the total price, minus the down payment, whatever you paid cash right then and there, which is gonna give us the financing price. This is what the bank is going to lend you, $21,247.56, okay? The next thing is the interest. A new government-friendly interest policy allows lenders to charge 2.5% based on the sum of the total financed amount. Cool. So how much are they lending us? They're lending us $21,247.56 for this car, right? So how easy it is, it's equal sign, the finance price, which is G8, multiplied by 2.5%, enter. This is the interest, okay? How much interest we're gonna pay on top of this loan here. So if you were to add these two together, that is what it costs you to finance a car. You're gonna get the financing plus this interest, because every bank that lends you money, they're going to want their money with a little extra on top. Okay, that's how it works. Interest. If they have to wait for their money, they're going to charge a little bit of interest to make some money off of you. Okay. The next one, monthly payment is financed in 4 years, and then there's one in 5 years. Okay, so we're going to figure this out now, and it wants us to use the interest. So on this one, guys, we have a function that is called PMT. PMT for payment, okay? How do I get it? FX, you can go to all here, and then scroll down till you see PMT, okay? And this is in alphabetical order. PMT is right here, and okay. So now, I'm going to explain. Here's my function, okay? Let me go ahead and Control X. So here's what PMT, this is my function rate, the rate. First, they want the rate, okay? The rate was a 2.5%, wasn't it? Here's the interest rate right here, 2.5% on financing prices, okay? 2.5%. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to do 2.5%. The only thing is it has to be divided by 12. Why? Because in the whole year, it's 2.5% per year. So you need to divide by every month, okay? If you do not divide by every month, that means that every month is 2.5%. By the time you get to 12 months, you're looking at close to 30% on a loan, which is way higher than a credit card. Okay, so you must divide by 12 so you can get the percentage of interest per month. Okay, NPER, this is the number of payments per year. The number of payments per year. If you're financing for 4 years, right? For 4 years, you're financing for 4 years times 12 because you're going to give 12 payments in 4 years, right? So it's 4 times 12 and then comma. Remember that after this 2.5% divided by 12, I put a comma. The comma, look at my, let me go back here. Look at how it's highlighted in black here, rate. As soon as I put the comma, it's going to go to the next condition, which is the number of payments per year. 4 times 12. As soon as I press comma, present value. So the present value is the number, oops, the present value is the number of the loan that you're going to get, the financed amount that you're going to get, okay? Now, we have to put the finance amount, the loan amount that you're going to get, we have to put it in a negative because you owe it, okay? So you put a negative, and then we go to the finance price here and click on the finance price, which is G8, okay? Future value is not used in this formula, so you can do comma and then another comma to skip it. It doesn't matter. You don't need the future value unless you're trying to solve for something else, okay? And at this point, we don't need future value. So you just leave it blank by doing comma and then skipping over to type. Now, the type 0, you can also leave it blank on the type and it'll automatically take the format of 0, okay? 0 means that you're paying your interest at the beginning of the month. You're paying your payment at the beginning of the month, which you do with cars, okay? If you put a 1 there, that means you're paying at the end of the month, and it does make a little bit of difference. But for this exercise, we're going to be using 0, okay? Beginning of the month, and then close parentheses, and then hit enter, okay? Now, we do get this little thing here, hashtag, open up, oh, what happened? Okay, so I guess there was an internet issue and it started reloading. It wouldn't let me finish what I was doing. So once I hit enter, I should get a payment of $465.62. And here is my formula up top here, the way it should have been inputted. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it for 5 years now, okay? For a little bit longer. This one was 4 years, this one is 5 years. And we're going to go in there and do the same thing, okay? Here's the first part. The rate is 5% divided by, here it is, 5%, 2.5% divided by 12, okay? So now I have the rate already. It hasn't changed, it's still like the same one, comma. The number of payments per year is gonna change because now it's 5 times 12 because we're doing 5 years and we're making 12 payments every year, okay? So then the comma, and then the present value, remember that it has to be negative, and that is the financing. What did the bank lend you? This one right here, so negative G8, okay? And then comma, you don't have to put anything there in future value, comma again, and you can type in 0 at the end, close parentheses, and hit enter, okay? Now you have your numbers corrected here. From here, you can simply pull down each column. You can even select across this way and pull down to complete your numbers. Of course, remember, if your numbers are not opened up enough, you can always open up the columns. Okay, now the average, how do we find out the average? We did this in the previous assignments, guys, real easy. You're gonna go to E here, select average. What are we averaging? The price. So we'll go back in here, you see how it picked up this empty cell that we don't need? We're gonna go back in here, click and drag down, okay? Get them correctly, B8 through B19, hit enter, okay? Same thing for the highest. we're going to do the max now. Here, max. I'm going to select here. I'm going to hit enter. And now for the minimum, the same thing. I'm going to hit here, minimum. I'm going to reselect the group that I want, select all the way down, and hit enter. Okay. Now I have my average, highest, and lowest. So now I can click on here, select all three of them, and drag across. Drag across. Okay. If we go back here, your answers at the very bottom should look similar to these. Okay. And let me go back just to make sure. 18, 19, 17. 18, 19, 17. Yep. And then the payment might be off a little bit, guys. Don't worry. Your functions, I'm not sure we did the functions correctly on here. And so your payments might be off by a couple of dollars, maybe $5 to $10. But these are done correctly. I'm not sure if the professor did put them a little different just to kind of, not have students just copy the numbers on here. So these do have your functions on there as well. Okay. So now the next part of the exercise, once you get all of this, you should be at the formatting part of your exercise. Okay. The formatting part of your exercise. We've already done this and it's giving you step by step. It's telling you what to select and then what to do. Okay. How to do it and what to press on there. And like I said, from previous assignments, we've already done it twice. So I'm not going to do the formatting part because I got another class right now in about 4 minutes. But the formatting should be very easy for you. And you should be able to put that together. Okay. And the formatting should look something like this up here. Okay. If you're going to insert the picture, you can do picture from here. You can download a picture from the internet, a red car picture, and then paste it up here and just resize it and put it up here on the right-hand corner. Okay, download whatever it is that you see on the assignment. This little red car right here. Download a small picture, and then plug it in here, and then make it the size so it fits right next to the title. Okay, guys, make sure that you reach out to me on Remind, whatever it might be that I can help you with the formatting. If for some reason you get stuck, reach out as soon as possible, as quick as you can. Contact me on Remind so I can help you guys out or guide you. Remember, I think all the features are on here, but for some reason, some of the features are not on here. Please reach out and ask me, is it on there? So I can tell you if it's there or not, and you can skip it or not. Because remember, we are using the online version of Excel, which is not the full version of Excel that is installed on a computer. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate your time. Like I said, reach out and Remind if you have any questions.